All right. Greetings and peace, everyone. My name is Neo, and I'm here to give some more info. I know it's been a while since you guys actually heard my voice. This time I'm doing something a little bit different. I feel like this is a little bit quicker and better for me, allowing me to still give you guys information. So for right now, for the next at least 3 videos, I'm going to just do a recording here in my home studio recording. I got my studio mic that I absolutely love. This mic and my whole setup, this is how I actually recorded my music projects, my last 3 that I put together. So far so good, and the sound quality is crisp. It's exactly what I need, so I can do whatever I want, podcast, whatever I want. But this time right here, I'm going to go through, give you guys some new information that I've learned through the past few months of my life. And part of the reason why I haven't been doing any videos is, number one, I haven't been too inspired like I used to when in my a few years ago, when I was like really into creating these videos. I used to have a new idea or new information and I want to create a video for it, but it hasn't been I haven't had that inspiration as I used to, and partly because I'm involved with a whole lot of other stuff now too. So for me, let me go ahead and give you an update, because a lot of people don't know the new stuff that I'm coming up, that I've been up to, and so I'll give you guys an update. I had another video that explained about my new blog, but I can go into more detail now with my new blog. I have a new blog available on the internet, and that is www.neooneness.blogspot.com, and I will have it in the description. And that's Neo, NEOONENESS BLOGSPOT.com. neooneness.blogspot.com. And that blogs right there was for me to actually, so now that I think about it, instead of creating more videos, I really substituted that with my blog. So it's like, if you want to catch up with a lot of stuff that I've been doing and a lot of information that I've been getting from the spirit side, and how I've been programming my subconscious mind to give me more and more wisdom, because when you program it, you can program it to do so many things, as I told you guys in my last video, in one of my other videos about how to program your subconscious mind. But for me, I've been programming it to provide me wisdom, and the wisdom that bubbles up you got to learn how to identify it too. That's another thing. You got to learn how to identify the wisdom and the information that comes up, because you program it. The programming is like seeds that goes into the soil, and the soil is your subconscious mind, and as it grows, information comes up, and sometimes your external world you'll be connected to certain things, and certain things will come into your life. But on average, information will bubble up from your subconscious mind, and you got to be able to recognize it. Like I got one thing is, I've been programming my mind so that I can become fearless. And I'll go into another video talking about fearlessness and what it means, and the information that I got from my subconscious mind. And this fear thing, once you become fearless and you start to rise up away from fear, you'll realize that there's a lot of people on this planet that still have the fear. And I'll go into that another time. So my blog has a lot of information that I've learned by sitting by myself and observing and studying a lot of things. And you guys, I know you're really gonna like this if you really are interested in learning new things. So go to that my blog, and you could actually subscribe also, just like you subscribe to my YouTube channel here. You can subscribe also to my blog by email. So you can go to the blog, and on the right side it says subscribe to blog, and you can go ahead and put your email in there. then each time I put up a new blog article, you'll automatically get an email. So that's that. So the new thing that I also have been working on is I have a new YouTube channel titled Neo Oneness Films. And Neo Oneness Films is my film channel for whenever I put little videos together of other people, like documentaries and stuff like that, because that was when I was really into film directing and film editing and stuff like that, which I'm still interested in it, but not as much as I am in writing, because writing to me is really, I realized that it's an innate ability inside of me. And with all of my music projects that I created, that's when I realized that writing is really, for me, that's my specialty. So this blog helps me out, and also including my 2 new books that I'm working on now. Yes, I have 2 new books that I'm working on. One is a sci-fi book that is dealing with melanin and also superhero type stuff. I love superheroes and I study superheroes. My favorite superheroes to study is Superman, Captain America, and Hal Jordan. And I study them mainly because of the psychological aspect of it, and about the mentality of superheroes, and I'm learning from them, especially Hal Jordan and the fear. And I'll go into my fear video another time, talk to you guys about that too. So I have that with that book. Then I also have another book about relationships. I have been studying and observing human relationships and human communication for many years. And I feel like now I have a lot of insight that I can actually share with people. Do it through a book. Do it through a book. I feel like it's best to do it through a book. I've done some videos about relationships, and I have a lot of articles about relationships. Well, maybe not a lot, but I have a few of them on my blog. So I feel like now is a good time to get a lot more of my insights in the book. So that's another thing that I'm working on as far as an update. But okay, so that's that. I had to give you guys an update on what I've been up to. So this one right here, this video is about toxins, the body toxins. All right, and this information actually comes from me studying the body overall, but actually observing and experimenting with my own body. And this is how I was able to come up with a lot of the other videos in my past. I've noticed that whenever the information for the videos in my past, I've noticed that whenever I fast, the longer I fast, the more wisdom just bubbles up. It just bubbles up out of nowhere. I could be just sitting there in a window or even walking, and then new information just comes through. And I'm like, whoa, okay, I gotta tell people about this new information, and this, and this. And that's how I was able to experience this energetic field that permeates everything and everywhere, like I said in my other video. And that field has information in it. But if you consistently eat 3 times a day, if not more, then you certainly won't be able to experience a lot of spiritual experiences as easily as a lot of people who eat less. And I've learned through my experiment and through my study that the less a person eats, the better they are off overall. So my slogan is less is best as far as eating. So now I eat only 1 meal a day rather than 3, because 3 is a great way to kill your body. Did you hear me? Eating 3 meals a day is a great way to kill and degenerate your body. That whole program that like I said in my last video about when I saw melanin, which I didn't even explain about me seeing melanin, because I created another video, the second part of that, and somehow it got deleted or it just disappeared. But I gotta figure out when I'm gonna go back and do that. But like I said in that video, that people being taught to eat three meals a day, that's a program to keep you limited from your spiritual rising, because the powers that be knows that the more you eat, the more your body uses its energy toward your stomach, and your energy is supposed to be number one in your brain. Your energy and your oxygen is supposed to be up there, because that's where your higher consciousness is up in your brain area, your pineal gland area, your third chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. But if it's down, most of your energy is down in your stomach, you can't think as fast and effectively as if you were eating less and your energy was up in your mind. So it's like the more you eat, the more your energy goes down to your stomach. That's why when a lot of people eat that Christmas dinner, that Thanksgiving dinner, and they get all fat, like the average American get all fat and eat, and they eat, and then afterwards they feel extremely tired, and then they feel sluggish, and they don't want to do anything but to just sit on the couch and watch the stupid pumper, allowing more stupidity to be pumped into their minds, as the average American does. They like to sit and eat and watch that stupid pumper, whether it be sports, so-called scientific stuff, but they still sit there and watch it. And I keep telling people, as long as you have that TV connection inside your house, it will always mess with your brain waves. And it's like, if you want to receive that spiritual knowledge, those spiritual transmissions, you have to get that connection out of your house as much as possible. And people still do it, so that's why they don't, whatever. Okay, so now eating less is best. That's one thing I've learned. So now, since I talk about this is the toxin video, this video is about toxin removal. Now, what the body does is each time toxins enter the body, which is pretty much every day for the average person who shops at the normal grocery stores, and those items, I would say probably 95 to 99% of those items that you get from your normal store that you can just drive down the street to or cross town to. I don't know what the names of the top ones. What can I think of? See, here in New York, we got Wegmans. In upstate New York, we got Wegmans, Tops, Price Chopper. Some places we have Big M. Big M used to be a popular one here. But anywhere that is your average, everyday commercial grocery store, 95, I would say this is just my percentage, 95 to 99% of their items that they sell there is loaded with toxins, loaded with toxins. So one day, I can give you an example. One day when I used to watch TV and I used to really like Gatorade, and I used to really think that Gatorade was actually healthy. But that's what the TV makes you think. It makes you think things is reality, but in actuality, the other side, the truth of what it is that you thought was one thing is something totally different. Like, people think Gatorade actually helps them work and it's good for them, but one day I was drinking a green Gatorade and I remember it perfectly. The spirit told me to look at the back and look at the ingredients, and as I was reading it, it told me that, look, this is liquid toxins. And I was like, yo, it's liquid toxins. It's not good for your body. So I was like, wow. So I don't know if I continue to drink it after I got that information, but ever since then I stopped drinking Gatorade. So it's liquid toxins, just like a lot of juices that's in these grocery stores and in these sodas is toxins. So what it is so what the body does is every time it experiences toxins inside your body, it automatically wants to get rid of them by any means necessary. It'll do it as soon as possible. And then your body, it looks like all your cells, when they see it, when they experience it, in human terms, it's almost like, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? Intruders. Your white blood cells and a lot of your other cells are saying, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? We don't know what it is. So we gotta get it out as soon as possible. So what it does is it gets out the toxins, and this might sound nasty and crazy to some people, but this is what you got to do to really comprehend your own body. Because with my own experiments with my own body and studying my own body, I realized this is a complex machine that the average human on this planet failed to really learn about. This machine, and it can do so much. There's so many features. It's like this big, huge, for the car people, it's like a Bugatti. It's like a Bugatti and a Ferrari. The average person, they might say that they would love to have their own Ferrari, Bugatti, Jaguar, or whatever, but the average person, they don't even have the consciousnness to even be able to get in that car and drive it the correct way it was driven. It was built to drive. And that's the same thing with the humans on this planet. They don't even have the consciousness to be able to operate their own body. That's why there's so many fat people on this planet that are unhealthy, especially here in America. Fat stomachs, fat butts, and they just look so nasty, and their body's filled with toxins. You can tell by just looking at them and just by the way that they walk, and even in their face and their eyes, it tells you that their body is filled with toxins and it wants to get it out, but they keep eating. It's like some fat people, I just want to walk up to them and say, hey, look, the best way to lose all of that fat is just to stop eating. Just drink lots of water, and do it for at least 3 days. If you could do it longer, that's great, but do it for 3 days and watch how you'll see that fat just start coming off of you. And that's what I've learned by drinking fasting, but I did it with lemon water. Lemon water is a great way to cleanse out the toxins because it alkalizes your body and your blood. And when your blood system inside your body is alkalized, disease and germs, it can't stay there. They're like, I don't like this, I don't like it. So they come out extremely fast. So the more you do that, you can do whatever water you want to do it with. Just figure it out for yourself. Me, I like alkaline water, lemon water, and distilled. My favorite is lemon water though. That's a great way. But the thing is, if you're gonna do it, you gotta expect to do a lot of water. You're gonna be going to the bathroom a lot, especially when you're going with the alkaline water, the lemon water. Swoo, boy, oh boy. It's like that's something that is extremely difficult to hold. Cause it's like when you gotta go, it's one of those moments like when you gotta go. You can't even talk to nobody for a few seconds, for a few minutes. It's like, get the heck out of my way. If you're not out of my way within a few seconds, I'ma punch you in your face and push you out my way because I gotta go to the bathroom. That's how serious it is. So if you're gonna really start this fasting and drinking lots of water, I say, and especially if you got to go to work, I would say if you can do it when you know you're gonna be home a lot, that's the best way to do it. If not home a lot, at least you have access to the bathroom quick. I would say that would be the best time to do that. But anyways, I'll let you guys figure that out. So let me tell you some of the ways of the body gets rid of the toxins. And again, this may or may sound normal to some of you, but it may sound nasty and gooey. But I'm gonna tell you this and what happens. First, I want to tell you that whenever you see a fat person, or whenever you have fat on your body, it's usually because of the toxins. I call it the collection of toxins. And what it does is whenever your body experiences something that it doesn't need, it'll just put it to the side. And if it can remove it quickly, it will. But if it can't remove it at that moment, then it'll just put it to the side and say, I'll get to that later. And that's the thing with most fat people with the fat stomachs and the fat butts, is because they've been eating so much, they haven't allowed their body to do its natural process of flushing, detoxing the toxins out of the body. So they keep eating, and then the body just keeps moving it to the side, just like, what do you call those people? Those people who collect color, who clutter, hoarders, just like hoarders. So now that I think about it, you can call fat people toxin hoarders. Toxin hoarders, because that's what they do. They hoard the toxins, allowing them to be fat. So it's not a joke on fat people, but just hopefully the obese people will actually listen to this audio and really give it some consideration, and to actually see what I'm talking about, to just avoid eating. You can do it because your body wants you to give it time to flush the fat out. But anyways, so that's that. One of the ways is it gets rid of the toxins. And here we go, is through your snot and eye boogers. Snot and eye boogers. Your snot, when you noticed that whenever you eat certain things, especially like pizza, because sometimes when I eat pizza, my nose gets snotty and it starts dripping. That's the mucus, and it's something inside of your body saying that, look, we can't deal with this, so we're gonna do this. And then that's when the snot comes out, and then that's part of the toxins getting rid of your body. And it's like, if you're going to eat pizza or anything else, then eat less of it as less as possible. Because I love pizza, I seriously do. But once I seen what it does to the body, especially those times where I eat a whole large pizza and made me tired afterwards, I was like, yo, I got to slow this down. I got to stop eating this. But pizza is one of my favorite things to eat. And then the eye boogers, I've noticed that whenever, those eye boogers, I'll tell you what it is. When you wake up in the morning, those things that, the crust in your eye, one of the first things you do, you rub the corners of your eye. Well, a lot of people, not everybody, but for me, you rubbing your eyes, in the corner of your eyes, both interior corner where by your nose, and then the external on the outside of the corners of your eyes. You go ahead and rub that out. Sometimes that's dried up water because when you're sleeping, your eyes go dry because you have your eyes closed. But then when you wake up, your body automatically produces water so that your eyes will be able to blink and be able to move around. So it naturally does that. So sometimes that water will get into the corner of your eyes and it'll just dry up, and then it becomes dry, and then you can just it'll be kind of crusty, so you can just wipe that off. That's one part of the eye crust. But on average, for those people who consistently eat incorrect foods, those eye boogers are literally toxins that the body is releasing. And whenever the body wants to remove toxins, it'll do it in any hole available within that's on the outside of your body. And one of the holes that it can get it out of is your eyes, in the corners of your eyes. And that's one way it pumps out the toxins. And it sounds nasty, but it's for real. This is my theory. I'll say this, and then you can do your own study. This is my theory, though. I've noticed that whenever I fast, when I wake up in the morning and I drink lots of water throughout the past few days, when I wake up in the morning, the only time I need to wipe my eyes is for the water to come through, and I'm just evening it out. And then I've noticed that there's no eye boogers at all. But then when those times that I used to eat a lot of junk food with very little greens, but I still drink water, that's when the eye boogers will come, and it's nasty. Sometimes they'd be like little balls, and then they roll, and you got to roll them out. It sounds nasty, but try it out and see what I'm talking about. Go do your own study on that. Next on the list, I have acne on the list. Whenever you see people who have all of that acne on their face, especially the light-skinned people and the non-melanated people, because the light-skinned people and the non-melanated people, you can see the red dots on their face, and some of them have big, huge balls of clusters on their face, and it looks so nasty. They haven't been cleaning their blood. That's letting you know that their DNA is toxic, and their body is saying, okay, it's time to remove this crap, so we're going to remove it anywhere possible, and we're going to do it here in the face. So that's the toxins coming out of the face, out of the pores, and that's letting you know that that person didn't eat right. They're not eating right, and they're not taking they're not exercising correctly, because exercise also helps detox the body also. That's another thing. And with the sweat removing the toxins also. So that lets you know that they haven't been eating right, exercising, and getting the proper water. And instead of going with that, what's that proactive skin stuff that you can do to put on your face for acne removal, man, I realized throughout my own study and my own experimentation of my body is like, all I gotta do is all people have to do is drink lots of water and remove as much of that junk food as possible. And if you can, fast for 2 or 3 days or longer, and watch all of that acne come out of your body. It just removed, and your face will go back to natural way it's supposed to be, factory settings, where it's as smooth as a baby's bottom. And I'm serious about this. Whenever I fast and I drink a lot of lemon water, it keeps my face so smooth. And I look in the mirror, I'm like, yo, and your face is supposed to be glowing, especially if you got if you're melanated or carbonated like me. I call myself carbonated. I stay away from that word black or even African American. I say carbonated now, or melanated. We have naturally glowing skin if we do our part by keeping our bodies as clean as possible. You can see it. It just glows and it looks vibrant. But those people who haven't been doing what they're supposed to be doing, their skin is pale. It's extremely pale, and it looks bleached, and it looks dehydrated. You can just really see it. You just look at people, you can tell who been doing everything wrong. So that's where the acne comes from. So just drink lots of water, in particular lemon water, alkaline, or distilled. That's the best ones to go with, but you can figure out whatever water you want to use. Everybody has their own little beliefs, so you do whatever you want to do. Next, we have earwax. Earwax is that brown substance, at least it's brown whenever I looked at it, that brown substance that comes inside your ear, that develops inside your ear. And when I was younger, I always wondered, like, what is earwax? Like, where does it come where does it come from? And I never really sat down and did my own study. I like to say the word study. I don't like to say research, because means doing it again. So it just doesn't make sense to me to say research. I say study now. Just go ahead and think about that word. Now that I've been focusing on myself and my own body and doing things on my own so I can learn my own body, rather than listening to these doctors that have been trained the wrong way, which a lot of them don't know. Some of them do know. They still do it the wrong way. So I figure, who better to learn about my body than myself? So that's why I've been learning all of these things. So the earwax is also another way, and this is my own theory from my own experiment, my own insights, is another way for the body to remove toxins. And let me tell you how I came to this conclusion. It's the same way I did with the eye boogers and the acne. Whenever I fast, there's no earwax at all that comes from out of my ears. But whenever I would eat a lot, that's when the earwax, and eat every single day for a week, that's when the earwax gets developed. So I realized for the past week, I've been drinking lots and lots of lemon water, and I realized there was no earwax at all. Because after I clean myself, I take a shower or whatever, my mother, ever since I was younger, she got me into the habit of cleaning my ears with the Q-tip to clean the ears out, right? But then when I go and do it recently, I'm like, yo, I haven't had earwax in my ear for about a week now. I'm like, what the heck? And then I look at my skin, I'm like, the skin is flawless. No, not being egotistical, but it's flawless. So I'm like, yo, I gotta tell people about this. So that's what it is. It's the body getting rid of the toxins, but it's doing it through the ears also. So that's another thing. The earwax comes from it's toxins, and that's why you just removing it out of it. But all you gotta do is just eat right, cleanse your body out, and eat right. Then you won't have to worry about that. I won't go into this one a little bit too much because it's a little bit nasty. I told you it was gonna be nasty, but I definitely gotta get this out. The more you eat junk food and this stuff, junk food is anything that's unnatural for your body, and that was especially made in a laboratory, and that's the majority of what's in the grocery store. The more you eat those, the more your body wants to remove the toxins through your number 2 when you go to the bathroom. Because there's a number 1, which is the pee-pee, and the number 2 is taking that dump, that poop, that dookie. So that is the primary way that the body removes the toxins, but it's not the only way. There's so many ways, so many holes in our body that it removes it, and I was just giving you guys a list of it. But the poop, and I realized, like, yo, this is crazy. Whenever I ate the unnatural foods for 2 weeks in a row, I noticed every time I got up in the morning, maybe like 15 to 30 minutes after me doing what I gotta do, I had to go to the bathroom. And when I had to go to the bathroom, I had to go bad, like really, really bad. Like, I'll break down this door if I have to get to the bathroom. And that was the number 2. But then when I started fasting for those 2 weeks, especially those 2 weeks that I had all of those spiritual experiences with telepathy, parallel lives, seeing melanin. When I was doing that for those 2 weeks, I realized that I didn't have to go to the bathroom as much as those other times. And I'm like, yo, so this is what's going on. Besides having to go and do number 1, but number 1 is normal because of the water that I've been drinking, and also that was a lot less because my body was actually utilizing the water. Instead of then utilizing it to remove the toxins, it was utilizing it to do what it had to do to nourish my body and to keep it replenished. So I found out that that's a good thing to do. When you eat less, there's a lot less your body has to remove out of your body. And then that stuff coming out, man, I won't go into many details. I said to myself, okay, now look at this. So I've learned that eating a lot of the junk food, yes, is good going in, but when that stuff is coming out, oh man, that's when I pay. That's when I pay for real. So I said, all right, I got to stop with this junk food. I mean, it's good, it tastes good, but it's like I got to balance it out, because I used to go all willy-nilly with it before. But now that I see what it's doing to my body, I'm like, okay, I gotta stop this. But last but certainly not least is the pineal gland. Whenever you eat those junk foods, it messes with your pineal gland. And that's why drinking lots and lots of water and eating less is very, very good. Because when you detox your body, you allow your pineal gland to decalcify itself. And I've learned that through fasting. And that's the reason why I've been able to experience my telepathy. Just like everybody can do that. And your telepathy is amazing. But when you do that, you allow your body to naturally get rid of the decalcification. Yes, you can go with the herbs. You can have other means of decalcifying it, but it's like if you don't have anything else, then drink lots of water. Fast for as long as you feel is necessary, and then it'll automatically do that. Because the body, overall, the best way to put it is the body is a super machine that has a natural process built inside of it, a natural detoxing process inside of it. So you don't have to do anything else but provide it the minimum of what it needs, and that's water. If you can have some herbs and greens, that's great, and some fruits and vegetables, whatever, that helps stimulate it. But the minimum is water, air, and sunlight. One major thing that I have learned at a very, very basic level, coming through my overall conclusion of all of this stuff, and avoiding watching TV for many years, and deprogramming myself from all of those damn programs that was put inside of my mind. And I advise you to stop watching TV, because you'll be able to perceive so many things in your life that you never perceived before. So after doing that, and actually spending more time by myself in contemplation, self-reflection, meditating whenever I can, fasting to detox my body, I realized that sunlight, water, and air is the minimum that we need. And in actuality, you can actually go without eating if you decide to do that, and if you want to go with, and if you make sure your body has those three things at least. And especially if you can get clean air somewhere, you can go wherever you can. But those are the minimum things that your body needs, because your body already has what it needs inside itself. And I just recently heard that there's some people who haven't even developed a digestive system at all, because they've been brought up breatharians. So you can do your own study on that too. But I'm just telling you, I realize that we have everything we need inside of us, and we don't need this medicine. And the Japanese, they know that. They don't need that man-made medicine. They don't need the pharmacies at all. And I realize that I don't need that either. I can heal myself. So the next thing I've been working on now is healing my eyesight. That's another thing, so that I can be able to leave these glasses alone and get back to my natural eyesight that I'm supposed to be. But it's the eating throughout the years that the eating and also the belief systems, because our belief system, oh man, a lot of people don't realize how powerful their minds is, but that I'll just leave that alone. So overall, that is my list of your for your toxin removal from the body. Just giving you guys a little bit of insight of what I have learned through my own study and experimentation of my own body, rather than reading books, because I'm telling you, you can learn a lot on your own rather than reading books. And if you get to a higher level, you can get to a point where you can just get all information from your subconscious mind and the spirit side, and you don't have to read no books at all. That's where I get a lot of my information from, is because I'm able to recognize this information when it comes through. I'm like, oh, there goes some new information. And I still haven't done a video yet about what sunlight does to our teeth too, because I just got that information by when I was sitting down. Information came through. I'll figure out when I can tell people about that. Yeah. So that's that. And until next time, hopefully this gave you guys something to think about. So go do your own study on your own body and see what I mean. Fasting and drinking lemon water. All right, peace out.